An agricultural researcher is comparing yields for two different crops, crop A and crop B. A sample of 12 plots of crop A produced a mean yield of 85 with a standard deviation of 8, while 12 plots of crop B produced a mean yield of 78 with a standard deviation of 9. In this video, we will perform Welch's t-test because we are evaluating the difference between two independent group means, where the sample sizes are small and variances may differ. Let's start with our step-by-step procedure. We first define our parameter of interest, which is the difference between the two population mean yields. The study aims to determine if a significant difference exists. Since this claim implies an inequality, not equal to, it serves as our alternative hypothesis, while the null hypothesis assumes there is no significant difference between the yields. Next, we use our sample data to calculate the t-statistic. This measures how many standard errors our sample mean difference, which is 7 units in this case, lies from the hypothesized difference of 0. Based on our calculation, our t-statistic is approximately 2.014. For Welch's t-test, the sampling distribution of the mean differences follows a t-distribution. Using the Satterthwaite formula, the degrees of freedom in this case is 21.7. Within the sampling distribution of the differences, which follows a t-distribution with approximately 21.7 degrees of freedom, our t-statistic of 2.014 falls in the right tail. However, since we are conducting a two-tailed test, our p-value is represented by the combined area in both tails that lies beyond the absolute value of 2.014. To find this p-value using the t-distribution table, first locate the row for our degrees of freedom. Since 21.7 is not listed, we look at the nearest available row, which is 22. We then identify the critical values within which our t-statistic of 2.014 falls. In the header row, the test statistic of 2.014 falls between the critical values for the two-tailed probabilities of 0.05 and 0.10. Now, to make a decision about the null hypothesis, our decision rule states to reject the null hypothesis only if the p-value is less than our significance level of 0.05. In this case, our p-value lies between 0.05 and 0.10. Since this p-value is greater than our significance level of 0.05, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. This means that at a 5% significance level, there is not sufficient evidence to conclude that there is a significant difference in the population mean yields between crop A and crop B.